Good morning, everybody. Or by the time you see this, it might be good afternoon or it might be good evening. I don't know. But I'm just here as I always have been here. It is your favorite nerdy educator, the hardest workingest, nerdiest educator you ever met in your life, aka Miss Hampton, coming at you loud, live, and in color with curls and creaks and my big hoops from the office. So, as you all should know, um, I'm a woman of my word. If you've known me long enough, you know that I'm a woman of my word. And I said on my last video that if I find out any information while at the same time you all should be doing your due diligence and making sure that you all are up to date with what's going on with my GED and your profile and all of that good stuff. But nonetheless, I'm a woman of my word. And as promised, I found some information as it relates to testing. Now, and excuse me, I got to make sure my hair be cute. All right, so with that being said, one of my students on yesterday, he sent me a text and he said, Miss Hampton, there is a way that you can practice for your, not practice for your GED, but take the GED test. One of the ways is that you take the practice test and you make a certain score. So I am going to walk you through because I understand some of y'all are visual learners, and then again, some of y'all are not as, I don't want to say lazy because that's not nice. Some of you all are don't have the drive or have the drive and you just don't want to apply yourself. Okay? So again, it is your responsibility to make sure that you all have all of your information up to date, making sure that you check your emails, make sure that you are, calling the school and just getting all the information that you need. Okay? Because remember, Ms. Hampton is not privy to that type of information anymore, as I am no longer an employee of Clayton County Adult Education. Okay? Now, again, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk you through what you got to do. Okay? All right, so I'm going to share my screen. All right. And hopefully everybody's doing great. I want y'all to do great. I want y'all to be great. Okay? Because that's important to me. Now, hopefully you all can see that I am on GED.com. Okay. It used to be called My GED, but I think they changed to GED.com now. So I am here, and what you will see is in red. We understand that you may be concerned about COVID-19 coronavirus and how it may impact your GED testing. Find the latest updates about the impact on GED testing here. We are currently experiencing a high volume of store traffic. It may take a few hours for us to deliver your online product. So if you're ordering something from online, just or like some flashcards or some resources, just know it may take a couple of hours, but please be patient. Okay, that's very important. You have to be patient. So I am at the home page. Okay, this is my GED, but this is just for practice purposes. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken a practice test. It's been so long. Congrats, you scored green on your practice test. Your GED practice test score shows that you are likely to pass the math test. Go figure. We recommend you schedule your test now. So I am walking you through on what you need to do. Go ahead and schedule your test. Okay. So you're going to hit schedule test. And of course, tell us more about yourself. Select one or more subjects. I'm just gonna, I guess, maybe select math. I don't know. Okay, it said, well, no, I'm not gonna select, sorry. So scheduling your test takes about 10 minutes. So go ahead and carve out about 10 to 15 minutes of your time to do this. For anyone that's new to scheduling tests and all of that good stuff, this is a walkthrough of what you would do to schedule your test. But before you can do that, take a practice test. Remember, practice tests are $6, but check your emails, check the website. They actually may have deals to where you can get 4 practice tests for a discounted price, or you can take one practice test for free. But remember, it is your responsibility to keep um, ahead or to stay abreast on what is going on as it relates to testing for the GED. Remember, Ms. Hampton is only being courteous, okay? Because that's just who I am. All right. So they're going to ask you all of these questions. Of course, you have to pay for it. The test, I believe, they're still $40. So again, so we see up here, it says GED testing center closures, okay, due to COVID-19. Okay, so due to COVID-19 or the coronavirus, some test locations may be closed temporarily. If you can't find an available appointment at a location near you, please check back at a later date. We will reopen each location when deemed safe. Okay, so at this point, you have a decision. Either you can cancel and don't worry about it, or you can continue scheduling. So let's just see what we can see as it relates to continually scheduling. Okay, so let's see, they have scheduling options. Okay, so the first thing, we're gonna close that. All right, so you want your test in English. That's what you want. Okay, now you're going to check which test you're going to take. The test, they have how long the tests are and the price. So the price is still $40. And they have how long the test will take for you, okay, to take. Okay, so let's just say I want to take my math. As y'all know, y'all called me the math goddess, the math magician, fairy, mathematical godmother. I've been everything, okay? Now, what we're going to do here is that your address is going to be there. Now, this is the thing. Based on your address and what you put in, okay, that testing center may be closed. It may not be. So if they have, so take down the number, take down the information for each of these places right here, but you're going to pick one. Okay, so just for example, I'll just pick that one because it's closest to where I live. Okay. All right, so it says this exam is not available for delivery at the Perry Learning Center. So in essence, Perry Learning Center, they are not open for testing at this time. Okay, consider searching for appointments in a different month or selecting a different test center. Okay, so I can change test centers. So let's go back and change test centers. Okay, let's see if I can test at Atlanta Technical College that is downtown or close to downtown. Okay, so let's see if I can test there. Okay, so again, why is it I didn't pick that one. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so again, you're just going to have to check to see which testing centers are available. Okay, so you're gonna this is trial and error. So go ahead and carve out maybe 10 to 30 minutes at best to make sure that you can find a testing center that is open. It may not be near you. You may have to drive. You may have to go to North Georgia. You may have to go to South Georgia. You may have to go to Macon. You may have to go to Augusta or even Columbus. I don't know. But whatever you want to do in life, you'll make time for it. I don't know who that was for, but I hope it blessed your spirit, okay? Now, so that's what you would have to do here. And as you can see, they normally would have dates, but they don't have any dates simply because these two testing centers are not available. Okay. So let's try. I don't know. I'm just trying stuff right now. A maximum of 3 testing centers are allowed. Okay, so you can pick up to 3 testing centers. Okay, so I'm going to uncheck these because I know those do not work for me. And I'm going to go ahead and check these three. Okay, so you can check up to three. And who knows, maybe one of these three you will be able to test. I don't know. Let's find out. All right, so it says this exam is not for delivery at the Fulton County Library. Okay, so now we're going to pick Georgia Piedmont. Okay, they're saying the same thing, Georgia Piedmont. Now we're going to pick Georgia Piedmont and Clarkston. Okay, now as you can see here, Georgia Piedmont Technical College and Clarkston are available or is available. Why? Because you see that they have dates and you see the dates are spaced out. So if I were you and if it were me, I will go ahead and I would try to schedule if there is a testing center open. Remember, you may have to wear masks. You will more than likely have to wear a mask, wear your gloves, practice social distancing. I'm not sure if they will provide any, supplies for you. I don't know. But it's important that you take down the number or you get their address, you Google their address and find their telephone number and you call the school as it relates to GED testing at the Georgia Piedmont Technical College in Clarkston. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to go ahead and schedule my test on the 31st. The next thing is this: available start times. So it depends on what you got going on and what you got to do. Okay, if you're an early person, you want to, get it out the way. You want to pick a morning schedule. Or if you got something else going on and you are an afternoon person, but these are the times that they have available. Okay. And these are subject to change. So what you see um on this video right now, it may actually change. So again, I encourage you all, make sure that you, number one, find a testing location near you or the closest one to you is possible. Number two, make sure that you call the school and you ask questions, or you call the testing center rather, because it could be a school, it could be a library, it could be a church, it could be another type of building. I don't know, but make sure that you follow the necessary precautions and follow the proper protocol and making sure that you are doing your due diligence. Because remember, this is only of courtesy. Okay? I can't stress that enough. All right. So, depending on where you live and depending on the traffic, if you opt to take your test in the morning, you may want to schedule something, we'll just say 9:30. So because again, depending on where you live, okay? So we're going to schedule that. All right. Now, this is cart. So this is basically going to serve as your receipt. So it's going to have what kind of test taking, the language, how long the test is going to be, your appointment, and what the date and the time. You want to get there, I would say maybe 10 minutes before you start. Okay. And being as how we are in a pandemic, I definitely am sure that they are going to be adhering to the guidelines and the protocols for social distancing. But again, make sure that you have your mask. I'm pretty sure they will not be providing those to you. Make sure that you have gloves if that's optional for you. But again, I would call the particular location or the testing center of your choice and to ask those questions about testing. Are you all in fact testing? According to the GED website, you all are. Are you all, open? You want to ask those questions. Do I have to wear masks? Do you all will you all provide masks? Do I have to wear gloves? Do I have to bring my own writing utensils? Do I have to bring any materials or anything? So you want to ask those questions. Remember, this is your future. This is your life. And it is your responsibility, you, to make sure that you are doing everything in your power to obtain your GED, especially during this pandemic. Okay. We cannot use the pandemic as an excuse. I'm not going to allow it. Okay. So anyway, this is serving as your receipt. And again, they have the details, the information, and the price. Okay. Now it says if you scroll down, it will say additional products. You do not want to click on to that. So you don't add to order unless you want to add to order, but I wouldn't do that. Okay. Um, so again, the price is $40. Now you're going to proceed to checkout. And then it's going to say agree to policies. You're going to read all of these policies here, making sure that you understand what it is that they're telling you. They got the reschedule policy, the language policy, the cancellation policy. So make sure that you thoroughly read all of this. Okay, I'm not going to read it for you. You got to do the work. Okay, hit accept. Now, enter payment and billing. Now, you're going to have to pay this with a debit card or a credit card. Okay, that's going to be very, very important. And I'm not going to actually pay for the test because I don't need to take it. But these are the steps that you would do. And once you hit, and once you add in your information or whatnot, you are simply just going to hit next, and then after that what will come up is your just begin to finalize your payment. And I think after that would be to proceed to check out or submit or something, and then it will give you a paper basically saying um, that you can print off or you can save as a PDF, and that will serve as your receipt. Now if I'm not mistaken, I'm not mistaken, I believe that you will either have to print that off or download it to your phone, or it'll have to be some type of proof that you may have to bring to the testing site. But again, before you do any of this, make sure that you call. Okay, call the testing center that you have picked and decided that you want to take your test at, and ask all of those questions that you need to ask before you proceed with signing up for the GED. Okay, so that's my spiel. Again, I've also heard that you can take the test online. I haven't received any correspondence about that. Did have several students tell me that they were planning on taking their test online instead of actually going into an actual building. So I haven't heard from those students, but hopefully they can follow up with me and then I can give you another video. But again, at this point in the game, it is your responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, to go to the next level. Okay. Miss Hampton is still hashtag team your name here. Okay. I'm still here for you. I'm still going to be, supporting you and helping you and doing what I've been doing and continuing to push you to the next level. But at this point in the game, you got to do the work. This is all on you. Remember, I was there to facilitate and to help you navigate through your GED journey. Okay. And because I am no longer there, that doesn't mean that I still won't help you, but now you really have to put in the work. See, some of y'all should have listened to me, but see, nobody didn't want to listen to me then. No. All right. So again, this was just the walkthrough, okay, of how to schedule your GED test. Um, First, you have to take a practice test. So that's the first thing you have to do. According to the student, he said he took a practice test. If you score in the green, they're going to tell you to go ahead and take and schedule for your test. Okay. So that's that on that. All right. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna let me see if I can just go home. Oh, here we go. Return to my yes. All right. Okay. and it's taking a minute to load. I really don't know why. um, but yes, so again, please make sure that you all are doing your due diligence. Go to GED.com. Make sure that your profile is up to date. That's so important because once you have taken all of your tests and you have successfully passed your GED, they're going to mail you your GED at the address that you have listed under your GED profile. They're not going to mail it at the school. They're not going to mail it at Fifi Nim house and Mama Nim house, okay? Whatever address you have on file, they are going to mail it there. Okay. So please make sure that your information is up to date. That is so, so important. Also, when you are going into testing, make sure that you have your ID because they will be checking ID. Okay. That's also important. But as always, make sure that you are adhering to the guidelines as it relates to anti-Rona and Uncle virus. Wear your mask, practice social distancing, wear gloves if you are doing that, or make sure you have hand sanitizer. Of course, you cannot take any extra items into the testing room, so they may have lockers or they may have a place where you can store your personal belongings, your cell phone, your purse, anything of that nature. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And I hope this video helped. I really, really do. So again, shout out to my student for texting me last night and saying, hey, Miss Hampton, please share this with everybody. So y'all can thank him. Okay. But remember, it is your responsibility. I cannot stress this enough. It is your responsibility to make sure that number one, your GED profile is up to date. Number two, making sure that you call the school or call the office or call wherever it is where you're trying to take your test. If you do not feel comfortable with taking it at home and you just want to get out and take your test, before you sign up for the test, make sure that you jot down the name of the school, their address, and their telephone number, and you call, because again, sometimes information may not be accurate on the website. Sometimes the school may have changed their information, and they may start off by saying, yes, we are testing, and then they're not, and it may not have updated on the site. So again, please do your due diligence. It's your responsibility. Okay. And please let me know in the comment section how everything worked out. If you have tested at a site, share your experiences. Let the students know what they are going to expect, or what may happen, what may not happen. And during this time, during the testing, during this pandemic. Okay. So again, shout out to my student. I still call y'all my students because that's what y'all are to me. Y'all not just a hey you over there. So shout out to my student who texted me yesterday and was like, Miss Hampton, there is a way that you can test, um, you know, but you have to take a practice test first. And if you are in the green, they're going to suggest to you that you schedule your test now. But again, this is the thing. All testing centers are not open. Okay. So again, before you schedule your test, you write down um, all of the locations, write down the name, the address, and the phone number. And before you schedule, you call and you ask them, are you all a testing center for the GED? Now, the Perry Learning Center is a testing site. However, they are not open at this time. So again, you may have to, and as you saw in the video, Atlanta Area Tech is not open right now. The Fulton County Library is not open. Georgia Piedmont College in Decatur is not open. The only one that's open that we saw was Georgia Perimeter in Clarkston. Now, if you're not familiar with Clarkston, that's what, 285. I don't know. It's off. You got to get on 285. That much I do know. Okay. But please I cannot stress it enough. Make this opportunity or take this opportunity to go ahead and do what you got to do. Don't allow this pandemic to stop you. Don't use it as an excuse. Don't use it as a crutch, because y'all know how I feel about excuses, but we're not going to go there. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and break it down step by step on what you needed to do, and give out that information that was passed along from my students. So again, thank you. You know who you are. I'm not going to, blast you out, because I believe, respecting privacy and all that good stuff. But remember this, Miss Hampton still loves you. Okay. My spirit is still in the building. My physical body is not there, but my spirit will live on. Okay. And there's absolutely, emphatically nothing that you can do about that. All right. So, again, let me know if it worked for you. If it didn't work for you, leave it in the comment section. And until the next video, see you later.